Well, Michael, we'll look back at Tuesday night first. A very hard game as expected against playoff hopefuls, Kidderminster to Harriers. But I guess you got plenty to take away from the game.
Yeah, look, it's a disappointing result. We went there with a game plan, and again, a shot from 18 yards, 20 yards goes in the top corner. After a fairly steady, solid start. You can't deny that they're a good team. They know what they're doing. Obviously, they are up there. They've got expectations as a club probably to get out of this league. So we knew it was going to be a tough game. I think then after that we didn't really help ourselves in a few situations. Obviously, we can look at the third goal and we know, we've come out half time, and to give ourselves a chance, we can't concede goals like that. But we've talked about that, and we know we've got to be better. But yeah, it was overall a disappointing result, and something that we've had a long chat about in the changing room, and myself and Tonks and Bill and other members of staff as well. We've had many talks since Tuesday, and we need to put things right, and we've got a few plans for that.
Yeah, and ahead of that game, we brought in Ian Camgett on loan from Watford. He's left-foot centre back, and he was straight into the team as well.
Yeah, no, Tonks has been looking at him for quite a while now, anyway, and we know what a good player he is, a good young player he is, and I think he came in and he was solid. I think there was probably one or two missed clearances, but that's not a massive problem for us really. But you could see his speed, his athleticism, and for a young lad as well, his reading the game was very good as well. So more than happy with Ian's performance on Tuesday.
Yeah, and looking ahead to this weekend, obviously away at Alfreton. Got 9 games left. You mentioned before every game is important, but I guess this more so given where we both are in the league.
Yeah, definitely. We know, like you've just said, every game is important, but with the games that we've got and the teams that are around us, we need to be beating them teams if we stand any chance of staying in this league. So we know it's a massive game. We know it's going to be a real tough game. Going to Alfreton has always been a tough contest. So we know what we've got to do. We've got to prepare right with training tonight, and we've got to make sure that we go to Alfreton with a game plan that everyone's on board with and everyone knows what they're doing, and yeah, hopefully we can come out with the right result.
Yeah, and we played them in October here at Pimms Park in the reverse fixture. Dan Jarvis was a late equaliser. The sides have changed a lot since then in terms of on the field, off the field, etc. But I guess you can learn from that game into this weekend, maybe?
Yeah, listen, Alfreton, they've changed probably quite a bit since then. So we need to analyse that, and that's what we've done, and that's why we'll go there with like I say, with a plan of what we think will beat them. I think we're looking at it now. I know I'm looking at it now. There are no more chances. We've got to go into every game, and maybe we've got to take a bit more of a risk. Maybe we've got to be a little bit more front-footed because we need points on the board, and that's something that I've got to take responsibility for, and something that I will do. And I'm looking to, this weekend make a change in maybe our thought process and our mentality of what we're going to be doing and how we're going to be doing that until the last game of the season.
Yeah, and what's the team news like for this weekend?
Team news is hopefully tonight you've got Muzza and Anthony training. Hopefully they get through that, and hopefully they can be fit for Saturday, which obviously would be good news for us. 2 key players really for us. And also, I know there's been a lot of talk about Kane Felix recently. Listen, myself and Kane have had numerous talks since the weekend, and if you want to call it a bit of a heart-to-heart, that's what we've had, and Tim's been involved in that as well. And everything is all good, and Kane Felix will be part of the squad on Saturday, and that's exactly what I want. I know what I get from Kane Felix. I know what a good player he is. I know his strengths and what he can bring to us as a football club, as a team, and as a squad. And like I say, we've had a long sit down, we've had a long chat. Tim's been involved as well, and yeah, everything surrounding Kane Felix is 100% positive, and we look forward to having him back in the squad.